Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. So I try very hard to keep it real. So today I thought I'd share my feelings. Because the truth is, this has not been an easy year by a long shot, like at all. I'm pretty sure I felt every emotion actually. If you look at the emotional scale that I use when I when I coach my clients. It has not been a pretty year. It definitely has not been all sunshine and rainbows. There's definitely, like I mentioned last week, there's definitely been, really amazing things happen. We moved across the country and we finally, I just feel at home, I've always been here kind of thing. Like it feels really good. So I have really high emotions and I feel really empowered and loving and all these feel good emotions. But I also have felt really low emotions as well. And one of the episodes I shared recently was that I said I unplugged from the news and things. And that was one of the reasons. I would start feeling down or depressed and stressed and overwhelmed and just even anxiety. I have felt it all. And I definitely shared about feeling anxiety with our move, like with packing and stuff. So if you've listened to that episode, you know that I had a really hard time and my body, it took a really big toll on my body, our move. But even just recently, over the last, let's go from September onward till now, I have felt a lot of different things. We are, the world's experiencing interesting things going on right now. And it has not been all pretty on my side. I can get overwhelmed with the juggling of parenthood and, the balance of trying to find time with my husband because we have the kids home a lot. And right now we actually have it where if I have alone time, my husband doesn't. And if my husband has it, I don't. And then if we do have a little bit of it at night, it's only on weekends because of our different hours, then the kids are still nearby. We're on mommy and daddy duty 24/7 these days. And I'm not complaining because I absolutely love it. I do love being a parent, but these can be trying times. And our emotions can also get the best of us at times. Our feelings can take a toll. Just sometimes, it can feel a lot. So I'm here today to let you know it is okay to feel your feelings. It is okay to feel upset or angry or happy. You're allowed to feel happy. I think sometimes now people feel like they can't be happy because other people aren't. It's I can't feel happy with where the world is right now. You don't allow yourself to be happy. You can be happy. You can be sad. You can feel things. And I just want to be that little cheerleader on your shoulder, be like, you can do this. And also the other shoulder being remember to do it in a loving, gentle way. You're allowed to feel your emotions, but just make sure you do it where it doesn't hurt yourself or others as well. Right? That little gentle, loving reminder that, you're allowed to be angry. Louise Hay actually had a really fun thing. She did this thing where she would beat a pillow with, I think, was it a bat? Oh, I don't know if I have my details correct. But it's just take your anger out, but in a way that does not harm or hurt others or yourselves. It is okay to let emotions out. It's a release. It's okay to cry. Oh my goodness, I spent so many years. I don't even know how many years I went without crying. I held so much in. I should look at some of my journals. I hung on to so many emotions. The only emotion I would share for so many years was anger. And it wasn't pretty anger. It wasn't beating a pillow. Actually, I did beat my mattress a lot. But I would take it out on all my loved ones Because what would happen is I'd hold in so many things and it would bottle up and then it'd explode like a crazy, like a bottle of champagne that like got shook like crazy a lot and just explode over everybody and everything in a very unhealthy manner. We need to feel our feelings. They're there for a reason. They're there to show you maybe what you need to heal or something that you need to learn. And it's really just important to feel them. Because like I said, if you bottle them up, it's not healthy. And I say that with so much love because I've been there and I still do that sometimes where I might be holding something in and then I just like let it all out to my husband. Like, you know, I'll be kind of edgy and frustrated about things. And I'll realize that I'm just hanging on to something deep down. Like I need to get it out. And then my husband and I talk. And it might not even really be anything that my husband's done. Just I need to share it with somebody. And then I'll feel so much better. And then I feel lighter and I feel like myself and I feel just a sense of peace again. I've read before where angry people are hurt. So if you're feeling angry about something, it's look within. It's like, where do you need to heal? What do you need to share? It's really important to talk to somebody that you can trust and that you feel comfortable with, that won't judge you. And that person will hold space for you. It's so important to have somebody in your life, either a professional, like a coach or therapist, or a really good friend or loved one. It doesn't matter where, who, as long as they get to hold a space for you to share. And I think I've shared this before too, is where my husband used to be. Like, he's a problem solver. So when we first started dating, or even when I just started like opening up, you know, where I'd have a hard day or whatever, he'd like jump and need to fix things. It's not about fixing things when people need to listen or when you want somebody to listen to you. It's about having just a space to share and to be heard. So if you don't feel like you have that space, or you don't, you know, have a coach or things that you really can lean on, the other spot, or if you need more than that, the other spot is a journal. Is to get those feelings out so they're not in your body. So you're not like, you know, letting them hang out in your body. Because like I've talked about before, the stress of the move, like it really took a toll on me, where I was hanging on to crazy things. Like I had locked, like it was one thing after not other, right? Like I didn't allow to release it enough. It moved in my body in different phases of our move. Also brought in different things as well. Like I had locked jaw and I had some crazy stomach upsets going on that made me go to the doctor. Like had to force me to go and see a doctor, you know, just so many things. And if I would have just taken a couple days or even a week or two, I could have just let it all out. But again, we can't beat ourselves up for what was. It's learning from them. And a lot of the things now, what I'm doing with like feeling is leaning on the tools I have. I have so many tools at my disposal, you know, which is great. Like as a coach, I now get to like kind of, I have my own little coaching toolbox. And it really is like, you know, self-care and self-love toolbox. Like I mentioned, journaling. And I'll be completely honest, I don't journal every day. However, I do know my journal's there waiting for me when I need it. It's just like my yoga mat. My goal is to get on the yoga mat every day, but am I perfect? No, I am not. But I know it's there for me when I need it. Same with meditating. Meditating, I've definitely leaned on more, and I actually meditate usually at least once, sometimes 2 to 3 times now. I'm finally getting back into that, but it's leaning on our tools. And it's asking, what can I do today to feel better? What can I do? Maybe it's talk to somebody. You know, the other week I was feeling a little lonely, like isolated. And I got to talk to a friend, and I called my grandma, and like just talking to people that are just, outside of my own home, like outside of my husband and my kids. What can you do today to feel better? What can I do today that can help me get through this? Because remember, it's not about bottling up emotions. It's about feeling them, releasing them, and saying goodbye, letting them go, right? But if you're angry, what are you angry about? And it might look like you're angry. Like, for instance, I can be angry at my husband a lot, and it might not actually be anything he did. But it's like, whoo, something is bothering me deep down. Like, what is it? What is bothering me? So then I sit down with my husband and we just talk it out. Talk it out. Like, let it all out. And then, it usually goes anger and then into tears and into different things. Like, let it out. There is a lot of emotions going on in this world right now. Or if you're like me too and you feel like you take on the news, like I actually don't watch any news. If I want to keep up to date with events and everything that's going on or what's new happening, what we can and cannot do kind of deal, I read it because I actually don't take it into my body as much. I don't take it in as much as if I listen to it. So I know that. However, I'll be honest, I was looking at the news a couple times a day and then I was feeling yucky again. Like for a long time, I actually have not been a news person. I just felt like I would like to know a little bit more what's going on lately. But then sometimes too much of it is not good either. So it's figuring out why you don't feel good. And even like if you don't want to feel happy, like what's holding you back from that as well. And sometimes it is just getting sleep. So like asking like, what can you do today? Maybe it's taking a break from the news or social media. I've shared about social media and taking a break from that. I'm a big believer of unplugging and, maybe taking things off your plate. And sometimes it just comes down as simple as like, maybe you just need a good night's sleep. I know for a while, like I was just not getting good sleeps and it takes a toll on my emotions as well. There's the word hangry for a reason. People are hungry and tired. And I used to be hangry a lot. Actually, but now that I've changed up my eating and my eating window and what I eat. So I actually don't get hangry often anymore. But I really get, we need a word for like, and maybe there is one already, for sleep and cranky. Like when I don't get the sleep I need, like it's for body, mind, and soul. And I can feel it on so many levels. So sometimes we just need a good night's sleep. Sometimes we need a me day. And that's usually where it comes down to like my husband and I, where I just need time to myself. Like I just need a couple hours. And then we figure out how we can work together that I can have some time to myself so I can hear my own thoughts instead of kids needing and wanting things 24/7, that kind of thing. Or maybe, sometimes it comes down to like my husband and I aren't just connecting enough because of our different hours that we work and things like that. And then, when we are together, it's with the kids as well. So our feelings really are showing us either where we need to heal or something we need to focus on to change, to make a shift. Something is going on and we're not in line with who we are. And also, obviously it can get deeper than that. There's sadness when we lose a loved one, we end a relationship. There's so many different things. And that could be your point. Like that could be your focal point. That might be what's causing you pain and sadness or whatever feelings. It's shining light on that and loving yourself through that. Again, it all comes down to loving yourself. Whatever is making you feel whatever you're feeling, it's okay. Because that's not the problem. We also have to remember, feelings are not who we are. It's just showing us where we need to heal or where we need to learn, right? Like we sometimes can take that on like, oh, I'm sad. Like, and then you feel more sad, you feel upset or sad, or you get angry at yourself. And we can get lost in that and beat ourselves up. We are not our feelings. They're there just to show us that we either need to reach out for help, to share, to journal, to take a step back from what we're doing. Maybe going too much. Maybe too much on your plate. Not taking enough time to just open up space. Get out in nature. I love meditating walks. That is one of my favorite things to do, is walking out in nature and just taking it in. Now, because my son is home this year, I do it with him. And it actually is like a walk, and then it's a bonding thing as well. So some of the time we'll actually just walk in quietness, and others it will be like we'll notice things around us, our surroundings. But moving our bodies and opening up space to hear our voices is a beautiful thing. And obviously it is important to do these things alone as well. And sometimes you got to find that fun balance where it's like you do something together as well. I love couple yoga, doing yoga with my husband. It was one of the things that we did right when we met each other about a month after we met, is couples yoga. It's a really great way so we can connect with others while still connecting with ourselves, as long as a relationship is balanced enough to do so. So remember, you're allowed to feel your feelings. Don't let them bottle up. And we are not our feelings. You are not your feelings. They're just there, showing you what you need to focus on right now. I hope you have a happy, happy day, and I am sending you so much love. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.